darling. I apologize I'm home so late. You know how busy it can get at the office. All these cases recently have really been stressing me out. But it's nice to be able to come home and see you. Oh, darling, I love you too. You're so cute, do you know that? I'm so glad that I have got to meet you. You're just the most lovely person I've ever met. Thank you for being with me. Oh, there's no one else I'd rather be with. Come here. Let me give you a hug, cutie. Oh. But we should be getting ready for bed, okay? Alright. Let's get you all settled in, okay? There you go. All covered up. Let's get your sleep mask as well. Oh, you want to look at me? You're not tired, you say? But it's so late. It's nearly 1 in the morning. You know you have to work tomorrow, darling. What you want is a good story, is it? Lucky for you, I had run to the library before work this morning, so I could get some stories to read for you. I kinda guessed that I'd be home late, and I wanted to be able to treat my darling. Let me grab a book for you, okay? This book is called The Bow After the Rain. Roseanne came home from school one day in early spring. Teachers whispered, parents talked of changes things would bring. There was a scary virus that kept us all contained. So little Roseanne looked out to find the bow after the rain. Her school books, they stayed in her house, her backpack on the floor. Her friends could not come there to play. What was normal was no more. The nightly news was on TV, and people passed the blame. So little Rosie Ann looked out to find the bow after the rain. One day, when Mom was looking sad, Rosie Ann called out her name. Don't worry, she said with a smile. Look for the bow after the rain. What's that? What's it mean? Asked her mom. She sounded quite amused. When things are scary, Rosie Ann said, those are the words I use. When storms roll in, dark and cold, and thunder rumbles clouds, the wind will whoosh them far away, and the colors will come out. The sun peeks out to warm you, lets you know you'll be okay. And the magic gift you're given is the bow after the rain. We go to school on Zoom now. Wearing PJs all day's a thing. Work from home is a challenge for sure, but with breaks to walk, stretch, and sing. There is cooking in the kitchen, movies streaming on TV. Decorations cover all the walls, giving hope for all to see. We eat dinner together as a family. We fill tables with puzzles and games. We have drive-by birthday parties, and those memories will remain. Fishing, bike rides, sidewalk chalk, catching bugs or frogs or bubbles. running through sprinklers, or eating ice cream. These things help people forget their troubles. 6 feet of safety is what we do now. We wear masks to keep out bad germs. 2 weeks inside if we are exposed. These are new normal terms. What makes us happy is different now. New traditions and things to explain. Time slowed down a bit for the world to see the bow after the rain. We need a little more sunshine, more compassion, patience, and grace. Rosie Ann thought, little things we do will spread happiness at a fast pace. When life gets scary and fear takes hold, stay calm and your strength will remain. Remember, when storms bring in the dark clouds, there's a bow after the rain. That's the end of that story, darling. It was very sweet, don't you think? You remember how hard COVID was, especially lockdown. It was a scary time, but we made it through, yeah? We know how to better ourselves and how to stay safe. And that's what's most important, right? Of course, darling. Sorry, you're just too cute. I'll read you another story, okay? I think you're really gonna like this one. This one is called That Yucky Love Thing. Sam was fed up. There was too much of that yucky love thing around for his liking. Wherever he turned, it was there. His mom and dad were always hugging, yuck, and kissing, yuck. His grandparents were even worse, double yuck. His sister was no better. She was always holding hands with her boyfriend Wayne, or Scott, or Matthew. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Or listening to songs about love, or sighing about it, or giggling about it. Sometimes she even cried about it with her friend Emily. Double yuck. Sam had had enough. He needed to escape. That yucky love thing is not for me, he said. So he got on his bike and rode away. He pedaled and pedaled until he came to a deep, dark jungle. But that was no better. It was even worse. The monkeys swung through the trees, arm in arm. Yuck. The elephants gave each other long, wet kisses with their long, wet trunks. Yuck. And the bears spent all day hugging. Double yuck. I can't stand it. This yucky love thing, it's not for me. Sam told the tiger as he got on his bike and rode away. Sam went to the bottom of the sea in a submarine. He borrowed from an old sailor who was practicing his trumpet. But that was no better. It was worse. The dolphins blew heart-shaped bubbles at each other. Yuck! The big blue whales gave each other big blue kisses with their big blue lips. And there's nothing quite as big blue whale kiss. Yuck! Even the crabs spent all day holding claws. Double yuck. I can't stand it, said Sam. I must get away from this yucky love thing. It's not for me. So Sam went to the moon in a rocket of his own design. But that was no better. It was worse, much worse. Down in the craters, behind the moon rocks, the moon aliens were all holding hands, and they had a lot of hands. Yuck. And kissing, they had a lot of lips, too. Yuck, 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 yuck. Sam got into a boat and set sail. He found himself on a tiny island all alone. He sat under a palm tree in the shade. "That's better," he said. "Now I'm all alone, and there won't be any more of that yucky love thing." Sam gathered shelves on his own. He lined them up on the sand and watched the sea wash all around them. Sam scrambled over the slippery rocks and popped seaweed on his own. He even jumped over the waves all by himself, his toes sinking in the wet sand. "That's better," he said quietly, but there was no one there to hear him, so Sam watched the sun go down on his island, all by himself. When the sun rose, a big shadow appeared. Someone was standing over him. "Who are you?" asked Sam, "and what are you doing on my island?" "I'm Samantha, and this is my island." "No, it's not. It's mine," said Sam. "I've come here to get away from all that yucky love thing." "So have I," laughed Samantha. "It's yucky, isn't it?" "Double yucky," said Sam. "There's too much of it for my liking." "And mine," said Samantha. So Sam and Samantha spent all day getting right away from it. They collected shells together. They jumped over waves. They even clambered over the slippery rocks until Sam slipped and tripped and fell. "Got you," said Samantha, catching him by the hand. "Thank you," said Sam. "You're welcome," replied Samantha, and she gave his hand a little squeeze. Then Sam and Samantha held hands all the way along the beach. "Yuck," said Sam. "Double yuck," laughed Samantha. The end. It's so cute, seeing how children react to love when they're young. I remember being the same way. Well, before I met you, after all. There's nobody that I love more than I love you. But I think it's time for bed, okay? So, close your eyes, rest your head, and have some sweet dreams, okay, darling? Good night.